Hello and welcome to another part of the Reliant Regal Restoration. I don't need to really say what we're way to do in this one because, well, it's sitting here for once. I'm going to start stripping down the engine and see what's actually working, what's not working with it and what needs replaced. I'm already going to be doing a complete gasket and oil seal change on the engine just so that there's no oil leaks and everything's spot on, because we want the engine to be performing as good as I want the car to look. So I already know there's a couple of seals in the gearbox to change, which I'll do at a later stage. But with this, we need to strip it apart and see what's all needed. So I think my first port of call will be to get the dynamo off and remove all the ancillaries, so the distributor unit, the dynamo and the carburetor, and we'll take it from there. Let it down to a bare engine. I've already had the oil drain in for the last hour. I took it out before I went inside, so it's drained now. It did look like it had water in it when it first came out. It's not looking too bad now actually, so we'll just have to see how that works. I'll ken once I open up the engine if it's got any problems or maybe none. But yeah, we'll go and stick it on a time lapse and I'll start dismantling this little amazing engine. This is also my first side valve engine, so this is going to be quite slow for me because I want to make sure I get this right. So it means just taking a bit extra time to work out how everything goes together and how it's taken to bits. I also need to work out what size of spanners you use it, because my imperial spanners and my metric spanners don't seem to fit this. So there must be an even older spanner size from the 1950s age or older that'll fit the nuts and bolts on this engine. So I need to find out that and get a set for it as well. But I'll struggle away for the moment, and I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you've been enjoying the previous episodes. And remember to give the channel a subscribe, like the videos, and let me know what you're thinking. I'm enjoying replying to your comments and hearing what you've got to say. And yeah, let's hope we get this channel really popular. I'm really enjoying so far how it's been, and I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying it too. But yeah, I'll stick it on a time lapse and we'll see what this engine's like. Right, that's the distributor, carburetor and dynamo off. Distributor was an absolute nightmare. It was seized in, so it has come out. Rubber mallet and a pry bar, and just tapped it until it came loose. But anyway, I thought this was a nice interlude to stick into here. Dynamo's on the bench here. This bench is getting quite full of bits. I'm hoping to get a few more containers to store stuff in quite soon. But I thought it's a fine chance to test it. So here I've connected these jump leads to a battery. And I'm just going to test the dynamo the simplest way possible you can. The easiest way to test the dynamo. So that is connected to the dynamo. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the second one lead up to one of the connections. So it'll be the bigger of the two. And if this is a good dynamo, that fan's going to start turning. And that's answered the question. This is not a good dynamo. There's absolutely nothing coming out of it. I'll try it this way. I'm afraid the dynamo's knackered. That's a shame. Well, that would have been a great one to show you how to test the dynamo if the dynamo had actually been working. What should have happened was, when I plugged the second lead on, that fan should have started spinning. Basically, you can turn a dynamo into an electric motor by putting a voltage through it. If it motors, your dynamo's good. Unlike that one that didn't motor, which is knackered. So I'm going to go and continue with the strip down now, but something new about dynamos for some of you, I'm hopefully. Right, I've had to have a wee break from working on this, mainly because none of my spanners was fitting it. I was using Imperial, I was using my metric, and nothing. After diving around, speaking to people, and looking at some old boxes, I found out this engine's actually got Whitworth bolts and nuts, and BSF and BSW threads, so this is going to be a nightmare. But if all the threads are okay, it won't be a nightmare. I'm going to have to get myself a set of Whitworth spanners though to take this to bits properly. I mean, look at that. That fits spot on the size of there. The cylinder head, perfect sized. So I need to get the right bits for this because I'm wanting the socket set for torquing down the head properly. So yeah, that's what the delay in this video was, because there was a slight stop between time lapses, and this is it. Yeah, I'm going to put it on a time lapse and keep dismantling with the one spanner I found that fits. So let's hope it works and goes easy. Right guys, I've gotten the cylinder head off. And I have to admit, before I say anything else, I hate using hammers and crowbars and all that stuff on a cylinder head. But by Christ, that was stuck. All of them were coming off apart from that one stud there, which clinged on to the very end. As you can see for the gasket, I had pry bars in it, I had the adjuster in it, all sorts to just keep being able to nudge it up. And what a nightmare that was. Turns over still pretty good though. Ooh, the petrol coming shooting out at me from the petrol pump. Right, it's off. Sitting there. Quite good condition still. I've not damaged it at all with prising it up. Slight groove there, but I'll probably get this head planed anyway just to be safe. And that'll be it. So this engine's not coming any farther apart tonight because that's just spent all the time I was planning on taking the rest of the engine to bits, taking that cylinder head off. So this will be a two-parter. Part one, getting the cylinder head off and the auxiliaries, I believe the right word, auxiliaries. Part 2, we'll take the sump off and take everything else off it and have a look inside it. But thanks for watching guys. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the Regal restoration videos.